Hey guys, and welcome back to Planet Zoo. In today's episode, we're gonna first of all sell the animals, the exhibit animals that we have in our trading center. Uh, we're gonna try to fix the hard shelter for the bongo, and we're gonna do some beautification paths. We're gonna add signs and fix a little bit of things in the zoo. And today the most exciting thing is that we're gonna add a new animal. I did my researches. I wanted to add an animal here. It's gonna be an animal where guests can enter their habitat, and we're gonna add two animals that can go along together. I bought them already because sometimes it's a little bit hard to find what you want. So they are the red ruffed lemur and the ring-tailed lemur. We're gonna make a little walk-in up to here where people can also see the bongo, and then we're gonna make a walk through here where also people from here can see the bongo. Here we're gonna raise the fence and make it all glass. So that's our plan for today. It's gonna be a fun episode, hopefully. And for the things that I did off camera last time, I added some ATMs, and this wind turbine was off the work zone, so I just added it in. Water treatment was here, and the wind turbine was there, so I just fixed it, and now we're gonna use this as a cave and a tunnel. A cave for the animals and a walk-through tunnel for the people. Other than that, I just trained the staff members, and I also fixed the aging speed for the animals. I made it 2 times slower. Let's see if they're okay with their hard shelter or what happened, because hard shelter has always been a problem here for everyone except for the little kid. Just maybe when they grow old we will just sell them off, and then maybe this will help the hard shelter, because there's too much animals right now in this habitat. We have 7. What we're gonna do is that we're gonna take the father, we're gonna sell him off. We will put him in trade center, and we're gonna get a new one. So the new one, because he has a lot of inbreeding, he can only breed with one female. So we're gonna send him to the trade center, and we're gonna buy a new one. Let's just remove the filter, and let's see if we have a good male that is not expensive. It's not that good. We'll wait a bit on it. Now let's sell them off. We have 3. I might just release them to the wild. We're gonna quick trade him. We have no other choice. And then I think I'm gonna... Are they endangered? No, they're not. So we can maybe sell them off for a bit of conservation credits. Let's just put them on low conservation credits. Let's trade. Let's put you for 100. Maybe. Let's try 100. And you're also not old, and you have decent genes. Yeah. 100. We'll try with this. They're not so decent, but fertility is really good. So let's try it, and if it worked out, then that's great. And we need to get a new male for them. So this is an important thing that we need to do. I think the hard shelter issue is fixed now. Yeah, it's fixed. Research, great. Research also. Okay, it's not operational, so it's fine. Let's just make a path here so this will go away. And just like that. And hello. Should we get more research centers? I think maybe it's better if we do. We will put it here. Yeah, let's just get a new research center. We'll get this one. It's already made. So we need to sell these off, quick trade. And then we're gonna take few of them out. And if a little of inbreeding happened, it's fine between the exhibit animals. So we're gonna keep few. Now we have yeah, sure. Let's sell them off. Nice. This one is not bad. I think I'm gonna get it. Yeah. Move to quarantine. And then after it, we will move him back to this exhibit, to this habitat, and then now we have a new fodder. So I started doing mechanical research on transport rides and new barriers. So we will have more options because we barely have anything. And I was thinking that here we can start with the Arctic, if we have money, of course. We can make it like a mountain where people can use. We don't have it now. They can use the thing like telefric, and they can go up, and then they will spend their time. It will be all the Arctic, and then they will go down, and then we'll continue to America. I think this is how I'm gonna do it for the Arctic section. And for the Africa section, I also have ideas where when we will get the zebra, the giraffe, and all the animals that can go together, we can try to do, if it is an option, if it is there in the game, a safari ride in the exhibit. We will, in the habitat, we'll make it a huge habitat and where they can go for a ride in it. For now, let's start with building the habitat. They need grade 1 climb proof, both of them, I think. Yeah, grade 1 climb proof. So guys, this time lapse took me a lot of time to do. Way more time than I expected. It was so hard to do, so hard to execute, because I think, a mistake that I didn't flatten the terrain at first before executing the habitat, before working and putting the fences down and everything. So lesson learned for next time. It took me a lot of time to do it, but the end result was really good. We're gonna face some issues later on. You will see them when we get to them, but again, everything is fixable, so we will fix them later on. And I honestly really like this habitat. Indeed, it was very tiring to do it, and I removed a lot of the things that were recorded in this time lapse, so it took a lot of time, like I said before, but you know, this is how you learn the game. So this is how you learn the tools, slowly, but eventually we will get there. So with patience, everything will become smoother and easier in the future, hopefully. So yeah, all the pathing and everything took a lot of time. The game is a bit cranky in this side, but eventually we'll pull this off, and it will become a very good habitat. I enjoyed it, I liked it, so yeah. I thought that maybe recording a voiceover while doing these time lapse might break the might, you know, change the mood of the episode and help it to be a little bit more fun and a little bit more interactive while doing the time lapse. So let me know your opinion, guys. If you want to see this more often or no, and of course we can not do it over all the time lapse or over the length of all this time, the one time lapse. We can, you know, find ways to execute it in a good way. So let me know, guys. So we have an entrance and an exit. They're very close to each other, but it's fine. You don't have any other choice right now. So people can enter from here or go down, or from here or go up. So they have a lot of choices. I think while we wait, let's put the donation boxes. So the bungo is ready to go. I'm gonna move him in. When everyone passes, I'm gonna move them all into the habitat. But first, I just need to do some adjustments. I think maybe here we can make it glass. Guests can see through. So like this, maybe we can have another viewing area. And I think everyone passed. Yeah. Let's move you all. Move you to this habitat. So everyone is working to move them. Are they fine with everything? Coverage, they need more coverage. We can add more coverage. Oh, this fixed it? Okay. Oh, they're so small. We're gonna build them a climbing platform so they can make it to here. So we have a lot of issues. First of all, we have to add this to a work zone. This is the most important thing to do. Work zone, Africa. Gonna add you, and we're gonna add you. We need power. We don't have power. Maybe we can just make it spray. Do we have power now? Heat map, power. We do, but we can move it. Can move it here. Does it have any guest impact? Where is it? It's barely. Okay, great. Now we have power for this habitat. I think they're not happy. Yeah, they're not happy, of course. They need climbable area. We will do it. They need more soil and less long grass, so we can make here soil. So all this area can be soil up until here, and then I prefer here to be short grass. Let's see if they're gonna be fine with it. Do they like rocks? Yeah, they do. So we can put like this here. So I think this is good. Down inside, I really don't want the long grass. Rocky cave. Let's put our vets to research these two new animals so we can have more stuff for them. I want it. Okay, put that here, and then we'll put some water for them. Water can be put here maybe. Now I'm gonna build them the climbing platform. So I'm gonna do it in a time lapse. Let's get into it. So this is a shorter time lapse than the one before. So I just experimented a bit with these pieces, just to, you know, get familiar with them. These are way easier to execute than the whole making the habitat and doing the terrain and everything for the animals. I really like the customization's ability that you have in this game. It's really, it can let you be as creative as you want. You have many different pieces and a lot of things that you can use and do a lot of work yourself. I don't go very deep into them because, as I said, I'm still learning the game. I don't know every single detail about it, so I need a bit of time to get used to it and to get used to know how the mechanics of this game works and every single click and every single detail about it, but eventually I will build them this small climbing platform, and maybe later on, if you have ideas, we can build them a more complex one. So yeah, this is it. Let's see if they can climb on it. Are they okay? Yeah, they have more than enough. Great. Can they access now upstairs? Oof. We can escape. So we need to fix this. Okay, pause. Let's... no, not like that. Still escapable. No, okay, it's fine from here. So I think what I'm going to do is shrink the bongos exhibit, and we will expand their exhibit instead, so we won't have these escapable areas. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. Oh, but look how cute! I mean, if you have this view, isn't it awesome? Isn't it so cool? Yeah, it is. So, and a view from up above, you see everything. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna start by doing this, and let's see how it's gonna work. First, let's move you. I'm sorry. Let's move you here. And good. Now, let's fix this. So this will be sealed with wooden planks. I think it's better than we sealed with the terrain. Let's just seal this barrier, because now the bongos don't have a complete barrier. So yeah, this is a habitat and this is a habitat. Okay, let's hit play. Are they fine? Yeah, they're fine. Let's just see. Why? Oh, wow. Okay, so they're, yeah. Oh, from here they can? Why? Because, yeah, of course, because it's not. Damn it. Let's fix it. Now what? Now are they okay? I want to click on him. Yeah. So here we will just seal it off with the terrain, so they won't have access here. Let's hope they won't. Yeah, they won't. That's very nice, honestly. I really like it. And maybe now we can just readjust the terrain for them and make them their little swimming pool. Now let's just repaint it with soil here, or with rocks. There's a lot of people. I like that. Does this have any negative impact? A little bit. Yeah, so we will have to move it. It will still cover everything. And let's just re-add the path. For this, we can just use rain, so people now people won't see the staff buildings. There's a lot to do for this habitat. I want to decorate it in a lot of ways. I want it to be done today, and we will put some fencing. I think I'm just gonna do the path fencing. We might just leave a gap here so the animals can get through and walk with the guests, and maybe we'll do an exit also here. I think, yeah, for them to be able to go out and explore this area. I'm gonna decorate this habitat and do their coverage at the same time, most probably in a time lapse, but I'm not gonna start it now. I'm gonna hit play and wait until oh, underpress, nice. Can we do it 10 and 8? I think it's too much, yeah? Let's do it 8 and 7. While we wait for the rain to go and everything, let's add education boards. I downloaded this one from the Steam Workshop. I really like it, honestly, and I think I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use it here. And we'll change it to... We'll put one for each. And you will lower your range. Or we just move the entire can we, if we put one here, will it consider it for the bongo, or it won't help us? Can we put it about, yeah, we can. Now we're gonna add the speaker. Yeah, this whole viewing area. I think it's fine. The overlapping is very small. It's fine. We will keep it like this. We need the bins. We need a lot of bins. Now we will add them also, maybe in the time lapse. And benches and security. And do not disturb and do not feed. Also, we need to put them in these exhibits. One on each side. So when they are coming in, they can read about the animals. So here they can see the bongo swimming. This is actually really cool. I really like it. So the view from here is pretty good. I can't remove this. I don't know why. We can put education boards on it. Yeah, this is what I will do. One on each side. So I think this is it for education and donation bins. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put some education, but these ones. These do affect the guests a lot. And the education of the guests. So I was checking our animal trading storage. We have nothing. I think we sold the 2 bongo that we wanted to trade before. This is good. We made some conservation credits. I just want this rain to stop with the crowd here. We will put them here so they can come and play here. Maybe one over here also. One over here. Okay, no, not here. One over here. And this one, we will put it over here. I need to put more bedding here for them so they can lay down. They're so small, the habitat is so big for them. These are enough for them, for the bedding. So the rain stopped, but now we're at night. I think it's good. I'm gonna pause here because I need to add some lighting. And after that we will wait until it's morning, and then we will add the benches, anything we wanted to add here to decorate this habitat. They need plants, they need coverage. So let's start with the lights. This time lapse is all about just adding the lights. The thing is that in the African theme, we don't have enough lights. I think I mastered the research. in the African theme, so the options that we had were minimal. So I tried to use them as much as I can, and just use a variety of them, especially since our zoo opens at night, so lighting is very important, and lighting the habitats is also important. I also light the cave for the people and for the animals. Overall, it will end good. I will have a place where the power won't reach, for example here, but then I'll fix this later on. The lights, it's very weird that some lights they barely have range, and the others are like better. But I try to use a variety as much as I can, and eventually we will light all the zoo up. And I want this to become a habit for every once in a while. We need to do this because our zoo, like I said before, it opens at night, so we need lights. And I think that's it. Now I'll just continue doing the same thing until I feel like I'm fully satisfied with the lighting, and like the zoo is well lit for people. So yeah. The sun is rising, and when it will fully rise and we have a good view, I'm gonna start the time lapse to edit this habitat. Now it's snowing. This game does not want me to edit anything in this habitat. So let's see if we unlocked anything for them. Enrichment. Sprinkler. The inspector was here. We need more education apparently here. So if you put one here, it's gonna cover all the habitat. Let's put the temperature to maybe 25. One here. And one here, behind the tree. And one right here. So it will help them, it will cover their hard shelter. And for these, they also like it the same. So I pause now, so we can start working on the habitat, decorate it, add trash cans, benches, and add everything, the signs and everything for this area that we did today. Guys, so this is the longest time lapse and the last one for this episode. The episode is almost over. So this one focused mainly on the habitat and on every little thing that was missing in the zoo, like the security cameras, the trash cans that we needed to add now because we added a new habitat and new paths. So first I start by decorating the habitat. I wanted to feel like it's not plain, and it's not just trees like everywhere. I wanted to put some colorful trees, and I wanted to make it feel like it's their home, So I started doing this, and then every once in a while you'll see me checking if they're happy or not. This tree, I really liked it. It gives, here there was bit of a scary thing. So it gives a little bit of shade, especially when we lower it, and make it closer. It gives a bit of shade on the path. I'm not sure if I'm gonna add a roof for it. Give me your opinion, guys. Maybe we can do it. So now I wanted to make this area feel a little bit more African. So I started adding some stuff from the African area that we have, because like we said before, all of this will be the African area. I'm trying to search for a word to replace it, but I couldn't find any. So I tried to make it a little bit more homey for the animals and maybe for the people. So I decorated the bathroom with the elephant grass, and I thought maybe I can use it to hide the the staff rooms from the people, since the elephant grass is part of Africa. And every little every little area that we find that there is nothing in it, I wanted to put some bushes and trees so it won't feel empty. So I add these aloe vera also, and here I started to fix the bins. I learned that the bins, we need to only have one. It's not necessary to have the two. And the green bin actually gives you conservation credits, so I started spamming those around because why not? And after the bins, I'll start putting the benches. So now it's just me going around the zoo and fixing the bins, so we won't have any trash issues later on, because this is a major issue. Now I'll move to the benches and start decorating and putting these do not disturb and do not feed signs, because we care for our animals and we don't want them to be bothered by the people. And this is overall everything I'll be doing now. I'll just spam these around also and add benches for people to be able to sit down and to regain energy, and I'll add them to have a beautiful view of the bongos and maybe of the other animals. And I replaced the benches that I already had with the African benches, and the tables also, the picnic tables, I replaced them. So I just wanted to feel more African than before. This is why I did that. I replaced the benches, and I added some donation boxes and fixed some little tweaks. Now I add security cameras, because these cameras will actually help us from preventing vandalism and from the trash issues that we might have, even if we have all of these trashes spammed around the zoo. So these cameras might be our lifesavers, hopefully, unless people will still just throw trash everywhere. And and now I start with the signs. This part I really like. Here we just add these lemur signs that, like, welcoming the people to their habitat, and of course we will add a sign with their habitat name. And other than that, the staff sign that I used before was a pre-made blueprint that I downloaded. Here is my favorite thing that I did, I think, the Africa sign. I added these trees and then I wrote the Africa. I wanted to write welcome to Africa, but I felt like we don't need that. So I just wrote Africa, introducing the people to the area they're coming in. So the letters, I color them just like the African flag, and I decided to use this piece as the dot for the eye, and I just duplicate it and do it on the other side. I tried to fix it a bit, but I guess it worked. It worked good. So now, I just do the roofing, like I said before, for this mini cave. And I add a little bit of speakers, because as we saw in the inspector report, the education was a bit low. So yeah, this is it. So guys, this was our time lapse for the signs and doing everything in the zoo. I think that's it for today. I'm gonna end this session here. We did a lot today. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you hopefully next time. Peace out.